Stays, you know what's absolutely insane? A song that wasn't even promoted, had no flashy teaser, and didn't even get an official music video, is now dominating global charts and breaking records on Spotify. Yes, we're talking about Unfair, the solo track by Felix from Stray Kids, which has officially surpassed 64 million streams on Spotify. And here's the wild part. That makes Unfair the most streamed solo song by any Stray Kids member in history. But how did a quiet, introspective track turn into a streaming giant? Is this the Felix effect? Or is there something deeper behind that low, honey-coated voice that fans can't stop replaying? Stay tuned because we're diving into how Unfair became one of the most emotionally powerful and globally loved K-pop solo tracks of the decade. Before we talk about numbers, we need to talk about feelings. Because Unfair isn't just a song, it's an experience. Originally released as part of Stray Kids' album 2023 5 Star, the song was one of the hidden gems among the track list. While everyone was hyped up about S-Class, true stays immediately found themselves drawn to Unfair, Felix's soft, dreamy solo track that feels like a late-night confession. The song has this serene, almost cinematic quality. It's minimal, emotional, and hauntingly beautiful. Felix's voice, that deep, gentle tone, feels like he's whispering directly into your ears at 2 a.m., telling you everything you needed to hear but couldn't say yourself. Fans quickly dubbed it their comfort song. Many said it helped them feel less alone during hard times. And even though the song is melancholy, it somehow gives warmth, a strange kind of peace within sadness. Felix once explained in an interview that Unfair was a letter to himself about feeling not good enough, yet learning to accept who he is. That single sentence alone sent fans into tears, because they knew it wasn't just lyrics, it was him. Here's where it gets crazy. Unfair wasn't meant to be a major promotional song. There were no music videos, no TikTok challenges, no grand campaigns. But somehow, it found its way to the top. It started when fans began posting short edits on TikTok using the bridge where Felix sings, "I don't know what's wrong with me. Maybe I'm just unfair." The sound went viral overnight. Suddenly, everyone, K-pop fans or not, was using the sound for aesthetic edits, night drives, and emotional vlogs. It became the anthem for quiet heartbreaks and late-night thoughts. The song's minimal production played a big role too. It's not loud or overproduced, just a gentle mix of synths, soft bass, and Felix's unmistakable tone. His voice carries the entire song, and somehow that's all it needs. Even non-Stay listeners admitted, "I don't even stan Stray Kids, but this song hits different." That's when Unfair crossed fandom boundaries. It transformed from a simple B-side into a universal emotional soundtrack. Now, let's talk numbers, because they're truly impressive. As of November 2025, Unfair has surpassed 64 million streams on Spotify. That's an average of over 100,000 streams per day, even 2 years after its release. It officially overtook Han's Deep End and Bang Chan's Hug Me, becoming the most streamed solo track from Stray Kids. Fans immediately celebrated with the hashtag FelixUnfair64M, which trended across multiple countries on Twitter, or X. What makes this success so powerful is that it wasn't sudden. It wasn't a one-week viral hit. It's what fans call a slow burn success. People didn't just listen once. They kept coming back. One fan wrote, "I listen to Unfair every night before I sleep. It feels like a warm hug after a long day. That's Felix's magic. He doesn't need high notes or flashy production. He connects through consistency, emotion, and truth. When you look back at Felix's journey, his growth is nothing short of inspiring. At the start of Stray Kids' career, Felix was mostly known for his dancing, visuals, and signature deep tone. But Unfair revealed a completely different side of him, vulnerable, raw, and self-reflective. He co-wrote the lyrics with 3RACHA, and according to insiders, the recording process was deeply emotional. In one live broadcast, Felix said, "There are times when I look at myself and feel like I don't deserve love. But I wrote this song to remind myself I do." That line broke hearts everywhere, because that's not an idol trying to be perfect. That's a person trying to be honest. And that honesty is what fans connected to. It's why many listeners said they cried when they heard the song for the first time, even without understanding the lyrics. Felix somehow reached that universal human space, the part of us that feels not enough, yet still hopes to be loved. On TikTok, if you search Felix Unfair, you'll find over 250,000 videos using the sound. The trend refuses to die. There's a popular caption format that goes, "POV, you hear Felix's voice while overthinking at night." And honestly, that describes it perfectly. Felix's voice isn't just deep, it's emotional. Fans often describe it as night sky energy, calm, vast, and quietly overwhelming. Even creators outside the K-pop community started using Unfair in their videos, from cinematic montages to emotional storytelling clips. The song transcended fandom and became part of the broader internet culture. On Twitter, fans celebrated the 64 million milestone by posting slow-motion edits of Felix from Stray Kids tour footage, with captions like, "From trainee tears to global success. You deserve this, Felix." It's not exaggeration. It's genuine love and pride. The success of Unfair didn't just lift Felix. It elevated the entire group's artistic image. It proved that Stray Kids are not only masters of energy and performance, but also of emotion and introspection. Korean media outlets started acknowledging this shift, with headlines like, "Felix proves Stray Kids can touch hearts as deeply as they shake stadiums." That perfectly captures the duality of Stray Kids. While they're known for high-energy tracks like God's Menu and Thunderous, Unfair shows that their artistry runs deep. The song's success also opened doors for more solo exploration within the group. Fans began hoping, and honestly expecting, that Felix might release a solo project someday. If Unfair was just the beginning of what he can do alone, then his solo era could redefine what K-pop solo means entirely. But for now, Felix stays grounded. In one of his recent messages to fans, he simply wrote, "Thank you for listening to my song. It means a lot." Simple, humble, and deeply sincere, just like the song itself. So, from a quiet album track to a global comfort anthem, Unfair has become something truly extraordinary. It's more than a song. It's a reminder that even in stillness, emotion can roar. Felix has shown the world that the softest voice can make the loudest impact. And those 64 million streams, they're not just numbers. They're millions of moments, people, and emotions tied together through one song. Now the question is, what does this mean for the future of Stray Kids and for Felix as an artist? Could Unfair be the spark that leads to his first solo album? Or is this just the beginning of a much larger story? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you've ever had a song heal you the way Unfair did, tell us which one. We'd love to hear your stories. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell because more incredible stories from the K-pop world are coming your way. Until next time, keep streaming Unfair, keep believing, and never forget, even when life feels unfair, Felix's voice will always be there to remind you you're not alone.